now.
Okay, I'm starting my timer there. So it is very nice to meet you, Joe, and I thank you for coming in today. My name is Jasmine, and my pronouns are she, her, and it is nice to meet you today, and I will be your health coach. First, starting off, I would like to talk with you through the coaching process. So, I am here to help you. Oh, I had everything set in stone. Okay. I'm here to help guide you towards self determined goals and behaviors, towards actions to bring light to your vision of health. And then it says the next part is we're supposed to come to an agreement on the whole document, but that's like 3 minutes long, so we can just skip that part for now. And I wanted to assure you that this is all confidential. Everything said inside of this room will stay in this room, and no one else will know about what's being said unless given signature permission by you. And if you're comfortable with sharing with me a few answers to a few questions, that will help me help you. And if you would prefer to not answer a question, just say skip, which you could skip all of them. It's just for me to say it.
All right, thank you.
And the questions are: what are your pronouns?
Should I answer that now?
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you could just say
So
skip all of them.
no, she, her.
Okay. What is your religion, or if you practice one?
Yes, I have a faith. Yeah.
Can you think of any factors that might influence how I can care for you?
I think just that I have that I'm a caregiver to someone else also. So that's probably a factor.
Okay. And can you think of any barriers that might delay a change in your health?
Um, the barriers to changing my health. I mean, like improving my health.
Yeah, to improve.
Um, yes, I would say, just if I have to care for a family member, my mom has cancer too, so you know, if I have to focus on someone else instead of myself.
Okay, thank you. And can you possibly give me a sight into why you came into the clinic today?
Well, I have been working on my um, my just I've been working on my weight and healthier eating. I do have um, Hashimoto's or
Mm-hmm.
low thyroid, and that affects me in several different ways. And a few of those ways are is just I can put on weight easily, and stress changes my metabolism as well. And my mom has osteoporosis, and I've been told I have osteopenia. So it's a it's just like I can see that if I don't make any changes at all, then that could go down that road too.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
And can you go further into the can you further describe the Hashimoto's, please, for me?
Sure. I mean, it is, as you know, it's not enough producing enough thyroid, and the thyroid. I've found out that the thyroid actually affects all of the cells of my body, and I think a big thing is just that's real pronounced for me is my weight. I just I don't have to eat very much, and I still um, can put on weight, especially if it's stress. I had a stressful situation about a year and a half ago with a family member um, where there was like a severe mental health crisis, and just during that time engaging them, it was just so stressed out that I actually put on like 60 pounds in 2.5 months.
Mm-hmm.
And with my Hashimoto's, and I personally think that's related to it. Um, it's discouraging because it doesn't come off that quick, like as quick as it goes on. Um, yeah, so I think that's at the very moment that's where I am, and that the thing with the family member is ongoing, but at least it's I'm not in a state of shock right now.
Yeah. Can you please describe to me when you started to feel concerned about your Hashimoto's?
Oh, for me, I have had it for a while, but I think the concern probably had it. I mean, I probably had it for known of it for a good 15 years and have been treated for it, which is what they do is they just give you some additional thyroid that you take. And but I think I was really concerned when I put on all that weight so fast because I believe in group therapy and talk therapy, and I was doing those kinds of things, so I wasn't like I was just isolating,
Mhm.
and I knew I wasn't like isolating and eating, so my eating habits really didn't change, but my body was telling me something different, that it just reacts. And I don't know if you had known this, but Hashimoto's is an autoimmune disease, so it can affect you and give you, the feeling like you don't have any energy, and your body is constantly uh, thinks it's fighting, pathogens, and so it's always trying to it's always in the inflammation process.
Mm. Thank you for describing that for me.
Sure.
Um, so going back to how you wanted to start to eat healthier, is there any ways that you could, like, if there's what is it called? I'm blanking right now on the statement, but it's like the, I guess, organic or fresh food stores like Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hmm,
Yeah, I think if that's I mean, some days I'll realize I didn't eat, any like fresh vegetables. Well, I mean, they might be in a soup or something that I put in the soup, but I think if there's anything that I could work on, it was, actually maybe counting like, hey, five, I ate five different colorful vegetables, that day, So
mhm.
I think that um, would be a good goal.
Okay, I'm just writing this down. Sorry.
Sure.
Okay, and since we're just talking about how you wanted to possibly count like which types of vegetables with multiple ones, um, if you were to decide to change, like what would you have to do to make it happen? For like if you're going to the store and you're looking like through the shelves and stuff, and then you go walk over to the fresh food section and you pick up like a fresh like batch of like salad instead of like something canned.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I think I would think maybe I could also plan ahead, like maybe even write it down. Maybe even like 3 days a week, I am writing down that I've had these 5 to 7 servings of vegetables. I want to kind of focus more on vegetables because I think it's easier for me to get fruit. I'll eat. But yeah, so I think if I could focus on maybe 3 days a week, um, making sure that I have 5 to 7 different like vegetables.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
maybe that's too much. Maybe I should do 5.
good.
Maybe 5 is a good start.
Yeah, probably starting off slow and then probably working up towards the 7 different a day. That would be nice.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so maybe every other day I make that change so that every other day I, like 3 days a week, I am visibly, maybe recording even like, hey, yeah, I had 5 vegetables. Yeah. I think I saw this app where you could actually press a button, like it's real simple. It's actually made for kids too. It's like My Plate, but they can press a button and show when they've had added a vegetable to that their day. So I mean, that's an easy way of counting too.
Yeah. Would you be open to downloading that app if you felt like it?
Yeah, sure, I could do that. And it probably tracks the days too. So
Yeah, that'll help with the whole process since you don't have to like write it down. It'll just be a little tap and tap and then you'll just go about your day.
yeah, yeah, that sounds good.
And seeing how you wanted to do the vegetables, like start off with 5 vegetables, like 3 times a week. Um, how would you like things to look after like 2 years of doing this, like slowly progressing up higher and like
Yeah,
possibly change like instead of going from 3 days, like going for 4 days a week.
yeah, I would say that I mean even like 6 months from now, I would like to say that I already am doing that, at least like I would say like 6 days a week. So because sometimes I just have a protein day,
Yeah,
maybe it worth like well, I call it a protein day, but it can be a smoothie shake and it can be fresh vegetables
yeah.
that you put in there and make it into a smoothie. Yeah.
And also, I could give you, or I could send you or email you some recipes that could help like make delicious smoothies that involve the vegetables and fruits and stuff like
Uh-huh. Yeah. I just got you know, is it like a blender where you can put like a whole carrot in there and
that.
make carrot juice yourself. So I'm excited about using that.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Well,
And what's the best thing that you could imagine that would come like benefit your health from doing this change?
I think um, just knowing that I'm putting better things into my body, so that it's now that I've been learning more about how our body works, and just to know that my organs are going to be better, just more parts of my body. Because when I talk to relatives that are, in the family and they're older and they've got diseases, I thought, oh, I don't want that disease, So maybe you think of it more as preventative now.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that could definitely help. Just small little changes, especially to your diet, will help over time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And okay, so we're at 13 minutes. And before we end our session, I would like to just wrap up just a few things and then we can continue on and just close up completely.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
So, if you have any questions about our session or anything, just please feel free to let me know before the end of the session. Or if you do have any, like towards the end of the session or after, you could just write them down and bring them in the next time. And what I have right here, like I was gonna put it where I say when I'm available and then the times and the like days. But should I do that at the very end? You think would be best?
Sure. Yeah, we can do that at the end. Yeah.
Okay. And do you have any questions?
Oh, let's see. So, what if the next time that we meet, what are we going to be talking about the next time we meet? Like, what's the goal for our next meeting?
Our goal for the next meeting will probably be checking if you stuck to what you wanted to do, like your goal of the 5 vegetables 3 times a week, or if it was too much, then we could just cut it down a little bit. It's perfectly fine, and we could just move on from there and touch base on a few more things.
Yeah. Oh, I guess what I read too about osteoporosis is that It's good if you're building up your muscles because that actually strengthens your bones. So I'm not really doing that right now. Yeah. So I think really I would like to make that another goal is strength training.
Hmm.
And I heard that it's good to do that maybe 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Um, and I've got those things, at home. So it's not like it's not like they're not available. So I have some tools, to do that. And I mean, with COVID, everyone's been posting ways that you can pick up something at home, and suddenly that thing is a barbell. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah, but I like to especially strengthen, my legs and core and arms. And I have residual pain, like chronic pain from a car injury. So I tend to have my neck tightens it and my lower back, and then I have to also work on my knee that got injured. So it would be good for my body if I am doing that
Yeah.
strength training because I already walk like fast walk for about 45 minutes a day, and I love that. I love doing that in the morning. So I feel like I'm mobile in my heart. It gets some exercise, but that's the one thing I think I'd really like to add that to my plan.
Yeah, that would be an amazing addition. And I could send you a few workouts that could help with your neck a little bit,
Oh,
like
that'd be great. Yeah.
stretching possibly. But if it does become a problem while you're doing this, I could always write a referral to send to your primary care for either physical therapy or chiropractor for your neck.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I've always wanted to explore acupuncture. One of my friend she's Taiwanese, and that's her first go-to. And I thought, oh, I wonder if that helps out with pain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could
so
I could write a referral for you to try acupuncture to see if it'll help more than the other approaches.
yeah, that would be great to, I mean, add that to it. Yeah,
Okay, I'll make sure to write that down so I do not forget to do that.
thank you. Yeah.
Okay. And is there any more questions that you may have?
Um, let's see. I can't think of any right now.
Okay. Well, if you do think of any, just feel free to write it down or bring it in next session.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And so how long has that neck pain been going on?
Oh,
Like,
I've had it. I think my injury was like about over 15 years ago.
mm-hmm,
So, I have I don't always feel it, like, if I'm at a desk, working for 8 hours, it'll be really tight, and
mm-hmm,
before COVID, I had a, massage once a month,
yeah,
and so they would always, like, work on that, and wow, it was so great. But I do have chronic back pain, like, all
mm-hmm,
the time, so there's, like, this annoying, just pain that's there, and so I just have really good support back there, and it helps. But when I do, when I'm doing particular muscular, when I'm strengthening of that area of the back,
mm-hmm.
I sleep better at night when I do some weights.
Yeah. And the
Yeah,
exercises along with acupuncture should definitely help reduce the pain in those two areas.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, I think, sometimes I think, well, I should probably, go and talk to somebody professional, just mental health, because the thing with my son is ongoing, and I have seen some professional mental health with that. But I just and I do, go to groups where I get to talk about it. Um, but I think the only problem was I was the group leader. So,
Mm-hmm.
in our group, we could also be a participant. But I think there's a deeper level that I'd like to go and talk to somebody more about that. And because I think it just really discouraged me when I put on all that weight on top of everything,
Mm-hmm.
So I think I just want to make sure I'm exploring my mental health options that I
Yeah.
have. I don't know, like maybe learning more about mindfulness, or something. in that area for mental health.
Because what I've noticed was since you were talking about how there was some health problems with a family member earlier, and how it triggered your Hashimoto, like helped like when you were eating and you gained extra weight because of the Hashimoto's. It seems like stress
Yeah.
has been a major factor in what actually makes stuff flare up. So,
Yeah, thank you for identifying that. I think that's probably true. Yeah.
so we
Mm.
could probably like I know you said you were talking and you have like group therapy and talking therapy. If you wanted, we could explore some other options, or I can get you in contact with this like a specialist that helps identify and helps with you, like helps for mental health and dealing with your certain situations.
Yeah, I think I would really like to explore talking to someone who has maybe a specialist in post-traumatic stress.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, thank you. That would be really helpful.
hmm Okay, have that written down as well. And checking the time on our session, we have a couple minutes. So I just wanted to let you know that I am available Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And you can feel free to call me anytime between those hours. And I just wanted to let you know that anything after 5 p.m. will be documented on the next day, and I will make sure to call you back as fast as I can.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And it was very nice meeting with you today, and I hope you feel like you want to come back.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I would if we could, with your receptionist, maybe we can schedule another session. And
Yeah,
how soon do you want to see me again? Like a month from now, or what's the time frame?
yeah, we could do a month from now and then just do monthly check-ins.
Yeah, that's great. And it looks like my insurance is going to cover this too, so I'm happy about that too.
Yeah.
Because I saw the doctor and he seemed really busy and he really you know, it was like about 7 minutes. So thank you for your time.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, this is great. Well, I'll see you in about a month then.
Okay. I'll walk you over to the receptionist and